Hello, welcome to Virginia Craft Beer Reviews. I'm your host, Ed Medina. And it's been a while since I've done these videos. We moved to a new place, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so I just wanted to get started. I actually have a series of videos I'm going to be doing. I'm going to just review one beer at a time, and I'm going to kind of change things up in that I won't really sample or review beers from brewers out of the state. Because lately, in the last year since I've started doing this, um, breweries in Virginia have exploded, and fortunately, here in Central Virginia, we've had a phenomenal opportunity to taste a lot of the brews from a lot of the breweries in the state. So you'll see me do more just local, and I mean local, I mean Virginia breweries. I might slip in here and there, brews from out of state, brews that we could find here in the state, but I'll try to focus more on the state. And with that being said, my first three videos, or first three episodes here, will be focused on one brewery. I've done them before, Adroit Brewery up there in Leesburg, Virginia. The what I'm going to be sampling here isn't available yet on the market. Won't be available probably until late this year. But I'm an official taster, test taster, if you will, and I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to experience what I'm getting. And what I'm getting is their Bays, and I'll show you the open bottle I have right now. Is this beer here? It's Bays. Black as Your Soul. Took me forever to figure that one out. I thought it was big ass yummy stout. Apparently that's not right. Black as Your Soul Bays. They've sent 3 different batches. The first one is their and if I look off to the side, it's because my monitor's right here and I'm looking at the camera right here. So this is I give you a little synopsis of how they describe this one. This is a remake. Batch 2 is a remake of Ghost 01, which is I did do a review of that last year, and it's an Imperial Stout. They've aged it on reclaimed chestnut, and then Batch 3 is in Woodville whiskey barrels, and then Batch 4 in rye barrels. Same beer, just added. A little different here. Oh yeah, and they've added cherries to boost the residual sweetness and flavor. So I'm excited about that. I originally was going to do all 3 beers tonight. I don't think I will, for my sanity. I'll do one at a time, and I'll release the videos, and we'll see where it goes from there. So as you can tell, I've already opened the bottle to get a little warmed up and get a little breathing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this out, pour this in. And the first thing we notice is the color. Great carbonation there. Dark, very, very, just black, of course. Brown head dissipates pretty quickly. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm getting like a molasses. You can smell the wood. You can really smell the if it's chestnut. I'm trying to look here real quickly and see if they say what kind of wood this was aged in. Yeah, reclaimed chestnut staves, and I think that's what I'm smelling. I mean, when I smell it, I get in my mind a wood image, but I'm also getting like a nutty character, like pecan in there, coffee, molasses. I mean, I get a lot of smell in there. One other thing I also notice here is just off the edges of the coloring. Like I said, it's black, but it's kind of got like a red hue to it. Could that be the cherries? I don't know, but I just noticed that. That aroma, it's not overpowering, it's very subtle. It's a really, really nice aroma. Let's take a sip. Wow, that's nice. That is really nice. Now I remember the first one I did. I really liked the beer. To me, though, it seemed a little thin in body. This one is not at all like that. I got a little more sweetness coming in. Um, Definitely hot. I can definitely taste the hot liquor in it. Um, I got a lot of flavors. Licorice is coming to mind right now. Some coffee, some roasted like pecan or almond. Getting a lot of um, really deep flavorings in there. It's really creamy too. You get a really creamy feel to it. Um, if I drink coffee with cream, I'd imagine that's what I'm drinking right now with liquor. I don't drink coffee at all, but that to me is the image I'm getting because the mouthfeel is creamy, sweet, not cloying sweet, just a really nice sweet background to it. It gives a little oomph to the body. It's full. And then at the end there, you're getting a little bit of that, the liquor, the hot liquor, the alcohol, whatever you want to call it. You can just feel it kind of warm up. Perfect. It's a really cold night outside. Have one, sit back with one of these and by a fire and get yourself all warmed up. Like I was today, I was out brewing. I was cold. I've been cold all day, and this was really hitting the spot just nicely, giving me a little warm. Um, I'm looking on the website and it says here the beer is good by itself, but when paired with right company, it's even better. Here's some suggestions: cheese, and I'm gonna butcher this name. It's Goist cheese, Norwegian goat cheese. I don't know. Tobacco, burger, and Argenti, and Intubar. Again, I don't know. Meat. Coffee, cocoa crusted Angus beef stiplon. Stiplon? Striploin. Stip. There's an R in there, Ed. Let's try that again. Meat. Coffee, cocoa crusted Angus beef striploin. And that sounds good. I'd like to have that recipe, please, because that sounds awesome. But this beer is a beautiful beer. Like I said, the other two are, one's on a whiskey, and the other one is from Finger Lakes Distilling. It's a rye barrel. The other one's a bourbon barrel. Batch 3 is bourbon. Batch 4 is rye barrel. So I'm excited about trying those. Alcohol percentage, I think this comes in, I thought I saw it somewhere, 9% alcohol, 80 IBUs, SRM 30. Yeah, that's about right. So that is really awesome. I like it. I like what's going. And the word staves actually brings an interesting thing to mind. So yesterday I had the opportunity to visit Cincinnati Universe Brewing. They released their Monkey's Occult Belgian Triple with lemongrass, which if you get a chance to try it, definitely go and try that. That's a great beer. And I got to sit down and talk with Mike Leah, the head brewer over there, and I know him. He's a good friend, and we had a talk. And I asked him about staves. And you think about a large brewery that does 20, 30 barrel batches, and is there any benefit to doing staves as opposed to doing barrel, pure barrel? And he brought up a good point that he'd be kind of afraid to do staves because of the outside of the barrel. You'd have to somehow disinfect it or make it sterile so that you're putting a stave in that is not going to affect your beer, unless, of course, that you're going for. And so, and I'm reading this about this beer, and they're using reclaimed chestnut staves, and begs the question, when they go production on this beer in full-size batches, and I'll be honest, I don't know what is their plan in terms of how big of a batches are they planning to do. Is that going to pose a challenge? Because these are 100-year-old reclaimed chestnut staves. It says it right there on the bottle. It's that's kind of one of the things about what they're trying to do. You know what? This final grain bill is 52 pounds on a half barrel system. So I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be doing half barrels or full barrel or what. But nonetheless, it does beg that question. What kind of challenges is production going to pose for them? And if the guys up there at Adroit or even Medhound, because I know they kind of chipped in here and there. If you guys happen to see this, I'd love to hear your thoughts about that myself. So there you go. So going back to the beer, I know I kind of got off subject here. Again, it's Bays. Here we go. Love the label too. It's Imperial Stout, reclaimed chestnut, got some cherries on there, and this is batch 2. I really dig this beer. I really love what's going on with it. And I'll be honest with you, I brewed last year a Russian Imperial, and this is kind of what I have in mind of what I'm trying to accomplish. Right now, it's aging in keg, and I'm gonna go with that one, wood chip, with bourbon wood chips in there to give it flavoring. Hopefully, by the end of this year, I'll have it ready to go a bottle. If I can come close to something like this, I'd be very happy, because I think this is a very impressive beer. That is good. When another word descriptor comes up, and the only reason it comes up is because of the tobacco. It's got a little tobacco taste to it, and not tobacco like you would for cigarettes, but tobacco for freshly rolled cigars. That's what I'm looking for. There is a difference. If you've never had a freshly rolled cigar, you're missing a treat. It's a phenomenal treat. Anyways, so there you go. I appreciate you stopping by and checking out the video. Check out for the other ones. I'll do one of the other ones the next time, and the other one at the end, and then hopefully I'll have something else lined up. Hopefully I'll have these done in the next day or two, relatively soon, so I can give fill out my surveys and report back to the guys up there at Adroit Theory. And if you get a chance to try it, definitely give them a shot. If not, they're right now shooting for, like I said, about second half of the year to be out, probably and release. And I'll definitely head up to there, not just to see them. Medhound Brewery, I did get a chance to meet Dan, one of the guys up there, not too long ago. He was down here and tried his oatmeal stout, bourbon stout or something like that, and I apologize if I messed that one up, but that was a good beer as well. Really liked that one, and so I definitely got to make my way up there and give them a shot. And there's a couple other breweries up in that area, Cochrane, Lost Rhino, Port City. I mean, I know they're not all Leesburg, but I'm talking about Northern Virginia, period. To try them out and visit and say hello and see what's going on. So there you go. I appreciate your time. The website is vacraftbeer.com. Feel free to stop by and check out what events I've got going on. If you are a brewery, distillery, restaurant, distributor, whatever, and you got an event going on here in the state of Virginia, and you want me to get the word out, I'll be happy to do it. Hit me up on my site. Again, it's vacraftbeer.com. And until next time, cheers. Well, let's do that right. Cheers. And